Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. I am actually not live. This is a pre-recording. I am in Las Vegas at the time, getting ready to travel home. So I thought I would not leave you guys stranded and I would pre-record something. Now, this one is going to be a really exciting pre-recording because I am doing kind of something I haven't done on my live before. I'm using actual photos from my family event that I just had last Friday, which is why I had to do a shorter recording or shorter live then, because I was at my engagement party. So I have some photos printed I'm going to use. I'm using a new CrafTreat little album, and then I'm also going to be using the Arden Page Starters collection. So it's going to be fun. It might be a little bit longer, but it's okay. It's pre-recorded, so you guys can pause and rewatch later if you would want. I'm just trying to think if I have any updates. I do know that if you guys remember, we started a new flyer at Ecstasy Craft. So every 2 weeks, there is a flyer feature featuring up to 6 different bundles at a really great discount. When I'm recording this, I, at the time, don't have the flyer done, so I can't show it off. However, it will be on the website for you guys to see. So if you hop on over to the website, there should be a banner where you can see the new flyer feature bundles. And if you miss it, I will be back next week, and I can feature it live with you all then. So let's get started. I'm going to flip my camera over. And this is the new CrafTreat album I'm talking about. I'm actually getting warm. It is 32 degrees today here. So I figured I'd get warm, but I started off cold. Let's open this up. If I can find the opening. There we go. If you guys remember, I had been complaining about my nails for a while. I finally got them fixed. So inside of here, it's actually 3 albums. So we have a black, a craft, and a white version, as well as some magnets. So I'm going to do the white version because that is a new color that they have started to produce. So we actually have 2 new albums of the Quick Folios. So these are ones that are a lot smaller and hence the name quicker to do. And then we also have some of the older ones that we've had in stock in white now. Before it was just available in the black or the craft, but now we have some of the older versions in white. So you can go and check that out on the website. And if you are not from Shannonville or Belleville, check out your local store. Lots of stores we sell to. So if you've got a local craft store near you, check it out and see if they have any of the CrafTreat products. All right, let's get into it. So this is all of the pieces that come inside. You will notice it is all pre-scored for you, making it much easier to assemble. And it also makes it a little quicker. So I've got all my little bits and pieces. And then I'm going to follow the instructions. So I'm just going to open it up. It does come with photo and some written. Oh, you know what I just realized? I don't have glue. I'm going to run out very quickly and grab myself a glue bottle. All right, I'm back. Okay, I've got my glue. I was like, I knew I needed that glue, and I just need something to help with my scoring. So I'm going to take my large piece and fold along the scored lines of all the die cut pieces, actually. I'm just going to do that as I go through. So I'm going to glue the 4x6 pattern papers on either side of the accordion die cut piece. So that is the large piece here. I'm out of breath from running. Holy, I need to work on my cardio. Okay. let's start trimming our cardstock to 4 by 6. So I'm going to grab my papers, and this is going to be on the outside. And one of these should be the cover. So when I look at it, let's score all the pieces, and then I'll kind of figure out what one is going to be the front cover. And this is an accordion style fold. And then there is a flap here which will get attached to something. I think I know what piece. Okay, so if it folds like this, is this the way? I think I folded it the wrong way, the bottom piece. Let's fold this back the other way. So this is going to get attached to the main base, and then this is how the top should open. So once it folds flat, this is going to be the top piece here. So I'm going to just set this aside and trim a piece of paper that is 4 by 6 that I want my cover to be. So I'm actually using all of these photos from my engagement party. So let's do a green front because there is lots of green in here. I'm thinking, do I want the back side or the front side? I think I want, just keep flipping through. I do love the blue, but I'm not going to do the blue. Let's do this one. I really love this pattern and design here. So I'll take that out, and then I might as well add, oh, there's more green here. I didn't even see that. I'm actually going to take that one out too. And let's take a pink piece out for me. And then we will start here. I'll grab more pieces as I go, but I think this is going to be the front of my design. So this is going to be 4 inches by 6 inches, which it already is. So that makes my life very easy. I'm just going to add that over top and just make sure before I do adhere it. Yeah, that is the right size. Grab the glue and glue all over. Now I should be able to complete this start to finish. In one live. Right, I've got the front piece. Now let's work on the next piece. So when this opens up, this is going to be kind of the inside. So I could do this other piece down here. Let's do that. So I'm just going to trim the top off. Missed a little step. And glue. I'm going to glue this to the inside bottom. I need to make sure that when I do this, I don't do like 2 of the exact same color side by side. I want to make sure that there is a break between colors. So mixing in some of the pinks, the greens, the yellows, and the blues. So I've got green here. I could add the darker green at the top. Put the pink here. I think the pink might look really nice there. So I'm just going to trim this to 4. Glue that. Right inside. Try and get it centered as I can. This glue dries really quickly though, so I'll have to be quick with it. And then let's grab, we do have some yellow we could add, some orange. I think I might do the yellow or the blue. Let's do yellow. Actually, you know what I just noticed? That would fit perfectly, but there's already green. I'll save that for another page. We do have these patterns too, which I'm just gonna play around with and see. Do I want the green? And I've got all different things. Let's do that. And then I'm going to trim this to Kleenex 4 inches. And then add this at the top. I don't want it to look too cohesive. I want it to look like, obviously all the colors are going to go well together and it's all already like in one collection. So I don't have to worry about it. But I want it to, I don't know, kind of look different. I don't know how to explain that. You'll see as it comes together what I mean. Well, I guess you can see now. It's not all the same pattern and everything. They're all different patterns, but they look really nice together. Okay, so this is going to be the back. So I have a leftover pink piece. I don't think I want to use that. I do have the green. I don't want to keep it the same as the other side. So I am going to grab a blue. And let's do a dark blue stripe at the bottom. So again, 4 inches. The nice thing about this too is the measurements are very easy. As you can see, 4 by 6. Nice measurement, very easy to cut. Not the most centered, but that'll do. And then I need one more piece in between. So I'll come back in here. I do have this light blue that actually might look good. And then I have this pink and yellow. Actually, this is like a corally, like orangey, peachy color. So I'm going to do that instead of the blue. Right now, I'm just adding my papers, and then the fun part will actually be when I get to decorate it. So, oops, just threw my glue. Try and center that before it dries. All right, I've got my back piece done now. So I've got the inside. Now I can set that aside. And it says to stick the accordion piece into the base. So this is my base here. Before I do that, I am going to just go along those fold lines again. Make sure they're nice and flat. Okay, now this, oops, open it. This will get added to the back like so. So I think it might honestly be easiest just to have it exactly how it's standing now. Add glue to that little tab. And then I will take this and I want, I want to flip it around because one side is thicker than the other. So you'll notice one will fit in first and the left side is always the side I want open first. So this has got a thicker score line than the right side, as you can kind of see. So the thicker goes on the left. Just glue that down, position it in place, and then just make sure it will fold nicely. Apply the pressure, make sure it's nice and adhered. And I think we're good. And then it says glue the 3x4 pattern papers to either side of the gatefold pieces. So these pieces are what's going to be little flaps on either side. So those are 3x4. So I'm going to need quite a few pieces. So this is going to be a lot of cutting, but that's okay. I'm going to set this aside because I don't need it right now. I actually think I realized now that that wasn't even the front cover. I think this is going to be the front cover, this left piece. All right, set that aside. I need 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces because I'm going to do them double-sided. And these are going to be 3x4 inches. So let's just start cutting some paper. 3x4. And I want these to be all different. Do I want them to be all different? Because I might actually want them to kind of, yeah, I want 2 of the same. So again, I always, whenever I'm crafting, I'm bouncing back and forth with what I want. But do I want this piece? Yes. Let's do it. Or do I want the decorative piece? I might actually want the decorative piece. Let's go back to the other paper pad. Bouncing between 2 paper pads here. And I really like these patterned papers, so I might do this instead. Do a yellow and a blue. Where's the blue? There it is. Right, a yellow and a blue, and I'm going to trim this to, this is going to be 4 inches wide. Right, wait, it'll be, let me just go in this way. So this should be actually, why can't I do math? I want both to fit like this. So this should be the full width. So I just need the height to be 3 or 4. I think this is 4. Okay. 4, and I think this is 3. I think I've got it now in my head. And then that should be 3 as well. Yes, it is. Okay, I figured it out finally. So 1 will go on one, and 1 will go on the other. I'm going to glue that before I accidentally do mess anything up. So the height is 4 and the width was 3. But since the total width of the paper before you cut it is 6 inches, I just cut it in half, which is perfect sizes for this folio and this paper pad. And then on the other little window, and then I'm going to do, I think, the same thing on the inside, but I don't think I'm going to do the pattern paper. I might actually do the dark blue on the inside here, but I will need to grab, because it's not enough, another piece. Let's do the blue, and I will grab my solids again, and I'll do this blue here. Nice deep blue. This I did to 4 inches, and then I cut in half at 3. So 4 inches by 3 inches. And glue that to the insides. I can't wait to actually decorate it once I add all my papers. That'll be the fun part. One there. I am excited for this to be complete because I have not done any sort of scrapbooking or anything in a while. So this is fixing my my miss and my love. Like, I haven't missed it, so I've been missing scrapbooking. So this is a nice version of scrapbooking. Okay, I've got those done. Next two. I did blue. Let's do a pink, because blue on one side for Bailey, that's my fiance, and pink for Emily. So I think I might do I was debating. I think I might have it look cohesive. So I'm going to trim this to 4 inches. And then 3. And then before I separate that, I am going to glue these in place. I did just realize, I remembered I have to do this in under an hour, because otherwise I can't post this as a recording. I don't know why I just thought of that. So I'm going to be super speedy now. Sorry in advance if you are trying to keep up with me and craft along. You're going to have to pause it. I just realized, oh no, this is not going straight. Come on, move a little bit more. It's drying too quickly on me. I think that's good enough. Yes, I just remembered I have got to do this quicker. And then on the inside, let's do the dark pink. And again, this is going to be 4 inches and then 3 inches. Those will get glued to the inside. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm like gonna be messy with this now because I'm like, oh boy, I'm feeling a bit of a time crunch. Totally forgot I needed to be quick with this. Whatever, I have learned my lesson for next time. Maybe pick a quicker project for my pre-recordings, but it's hard to when I want to craft a lot. Right, those are glued down. Now I'm going to fold these in. This tool I'm using is also from the brand CrafTreat, which is what I'm doing for the folio. And where did my base go? There it is. So it wants us to glue these on either side of the gate fold. So I'm going to open this up and put, you know what, I just realized I did mess it up, even though I tried to avoid messing it up. I did do that indeed. Whatever, it'll just have to go upside down because the image flows like this, but both tabs are on the same side. So that is my bad. This will be going like that. Take my glue, if I can find where I put that. There, it's hiding. I'm putting it on the inside here. And I'm going to, maybe I should have done it like so. Okay, this is going to get covered anyway, so I'm just going to wipe that glue off. Get that off my fingers. All right. I'm going to do it on the back side. And then just bunt that right up to the edge here. So that's glued down. And then this side. Same thing, right up to the edge. Just make sure that it's not crossing over your score line so you can still fold it. So I can fold it easily. other side. Where did my other ones go? There they are. I think I did the same thing with these guys. Oh, I did not. Wow, what a miracle. I did the side right. Yay. Okay, right up along the edge again. And then the left side. Right. So now that's done, we are going to glue 4x6 pattern papers to the center of all of these empty spaces. So let's grab some more papers. I think I'm going to do a solid piece inside of here, maybe a dark blue. We'll see. But I do want to put something behind these. Let's grab the page with, ooh, those might be really nice. Fit in half. But that might be perfect for actually in the middle here. I'm going to do that in the middle there with this dark green piece. So this I'm going to trim to 4. Place that down there. Right. Perfect. And then on the inside of the other two, we still have the back sides to do as well. Actually, before I do the back side, I'm going to, actually no, before I do the rest of the insides is what I meant to say. Fold these up. So this is going to be the front piece. So I'm going to figure out what I want on the front. I might use the same thing that I did in the middle. Actually, I think that might look nice. Let's do that. So it's kind of like a front cover. Glue that down. Oh, but I should add magnets. I know I need magnets before I do that. So let's quickly add a magnet. So I need one of these really thin metal pieces. And I want to add that right about here. I'm just going to open this up so I can put a bit more pressure. That does not feel like it's moving. Now I will add this piece. That will cover the magnets. You do not see it. Glad I remembered that step. Surprised I remembered that step? Yes, for sure. Right, I've got that. Now we can do the inside pieces. So let's grab this green. Does go really nicely with these. I might just stick with green because there is a lot of green in my photos. So I'm just going to do 4 and 4. I do need to just take a smidge. There we go, up to the top. And put this on one side. The far left. And then the far right. get that centered. All right, so that and that. Now we have the back. Oh, we've actually got 2 pieces, 1 and 2 to do. So let's do this side. Maybe I will do a blue. I feel like I don't have too much blue in here. Let's see what I can find. Blue pattern. Or maybe I want solid. I might. Decisions. I don't really have. The striped piece might look good, but so might this. I think I'm going to do the bottom portion of this, 4 inches. And then maybe I'll do this dark, no, not the dark blue. Let's do, what do we have for the back? Oh, there is a dark blue striped piece right above it. So I might actually do a pink there. Maybe this striped pink. I have that on the inside of the reverse, don't I? I do. Whatever. I'm doing pink on the back. I've made my mind up. Okay. Pink. And then just fold that flat so I can add this. And then my last piece, and I can decorate. So there is actually a belly band. Which I will, I think, just add at a different time because if I run out, we'll see. I want to decorate it, make sure I have enough time to decorate it on camera. All right, let's take a look at how this is looking and then we can decorate. Oh, I have it upside down. I'm just remembering. All right, so this is the front. I will obviously add to the sides eventually. Open it up. You've got 2 little gate folds. And then you've got your front piece, which then opens up like so. And then you also have the reverse side. All right, decoration time. So I'm going to start at the front. I have a few photos, and then I also have some of the like ephemera and laser cuts. So I just want to move my mess aside so I can get to these and the rub-ons. So the yay congrats might look good on the front, but then this was also what was at the front when we first arrived. So I might do that. It says happy engagement, Emily and Bailey. And I'm just going to look at my different elements that I could add and decorate with. It says life with you is an adventure every single day. Enjoy all the little details of life. Life with you is awesome. Celebrate this day. Hello, happiness, memorable moments. I think I like life with you is awesome. So I'm going to cut that out. So I'm going to add that. And then I do have some laser cuts I just want to take a quick look at. If there's any, actually that frame might be perfect. Let's pop this frame out. Do it in the yellow, I think, or the green. I'm going to pop the green one out. Getting close on time, so I just got to make sure I can get as much done. Wow, that frame fits perfectly. I did not measure that, but that is what is going to happen. We're doing that. So I'm going to add some glue along the frame. Put that over top. Wow, that was so meant to be. And then I have glued it down and I can feel it stuck. So I'm just going to use my pickup tool. Then before I add this, I think I want to add some like greenery behind and things like that. So I do have my ephemera as well that I might dump some out here because there are some flowers in little pieces like so. And then I could do Life With You Is Awesome. Butterfly. Flowers. It says loved, definitely. Captured photos. Adventure. Just see, there's an us. Okay, so we could do maybe the flowers coming out of the side here. And then do some greenery just poking out. Like so. Maybe I'll add, there's where the laser cuts. I don't know if I want the laser. Let's try this piece here. I do have to be careful pulling the laser cuts out because they are so dainty. But they pop out really easily. There we go. So I could add this behind and then this like that. And I don't see any other sentiments that I want to add on the front. So I think I'm just going to, before I glue that, actually wonder if I want to add any rub-ons to that instead of the ephemera. No, I think I'm going to add the ephemera. So I am going to just add some glue. Stick that down like so. Then I'll add this, just a bit of glue here. Just enough so it sticks. And then the bottom of the stem is sticking out, so I'm just going to trim that off. Got this greenery as well. Actually, I might tuck that in front of what I just added. So I'm going to take that off and do what I just did for the other piece. And then I'll re-glue this again. Okay. Then I'm going to do my rub-on. If I can peel it. And I'm just going to open this up so I can lay it flat. See how flat I can get it? There we go. Okay, there we go. And a tool to rub it on. I had one here. Where did it go? I was just trying to use it to fix my camera. I was trying to poke this into my section because my camera has been wonky lately. And I wanted to make sure it was nice and straight. Okay. Slowly peel that. If I can pick it up. Oh boy. There we go. And slowly peel, because if you haven't transferred everything, there we go, I did. You can just put more pressure and do it again. Okay, let's add this to the front. Could foam pad it since it is a front piece, but I'm just going to keep everything nice and flat. Make sure that the sentiment doesn't get covered. And a little butterfly. I'll add this kind of pinky colored one. About there. All right, so I've got the front cover done. Now let's do some on the inside. So I want to do this piece because this is the front piece you see. Maybe I should add a photo of Bailey and I in the center there. And there is a frame. I could add like this just to pop it a little bit and then use the same color greenery there. So what I'm doing right now is kind of a bit of a cluster. I could use this to add a date. What other pieces? I've got some laser cuts that would look nice. Oh boy, I've got about 15 minutes left. I'm getting a little bit tight for time, but we'll see what I can get done in the time being. Maybe this can get added behind that. Something like that. Then there is a little bit of a tab I could add there. And then I've got some rub-ons. I might add the rub-on. Let's add the green flowers. Do I have? Oh yeah, I've got one cut here. Perfect. So I'm just going to cut out flowers. Move that up. I'm going to add this flower piece up here. All right, rub that on. Now, since this is a larger one, I am going to have to make sure I peel this slowly because it is more than likely I haven't got it all completely transferred. But these are really easy rub-on transfers. So for the most part, oh, no, haha, look at how cleanly that came off. I love it. Okay. Now I'm going to add this little tab. I'm actually going to add a bit of glue to the back of the photo instead. Add that there. Then this, before I add it, I'm going to add the greenery. So just put a bit of glue on the stem. This is just to hold it in place enough so that way I can put all my pieces together. And then this will get added there. And only the bottom portion is going to be on this. So I'm just going to do the bottom and then I'll glue the rest on later. Like so. And I'll pick that up. If I can, where's my hook tool? There we go. Then there is this us, which I might actually add here. Put that there. Add a butterfly. Okay, I think I like that. Let's do this. Clear this down. There we go. And then I do wonder if I should put the us. No. Should I have the us overlapping or up here? I think we'll just do us on its own. It'll kind of, I think, pop a little bit better on its own anyway, especially against the lighter background. There's not too much busyness going on there. Then the butterfly, we did like that. In the corner. I'm going to just overlap it slightly, just ever so slightly. I might move it over a bit more. There we go. And then there is a best memories, which I might also add just over here. Let's just do it. All right, there we go. We have another one done. Another little page. So that was the cover. We have the inside. So let's do this flap in here next. Let's do the ring right smack dab in the middle. I do have some florals. I could cut it and add some to the bottom. But then I also have like some frame pieces. I could add that. Could do something similar to what I did before. Some greenery tucked in. I don't know if I like that. Where is my rub-ons? Maybe I should just do a bunch of butterflies. I could do the pink flower because my hand is kind of pink. Let's do that. Cut this out. I'll add this. I think. If I have this here, maybe over here a bit more. Okay. Rub, 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 rub. Well, I'm going to maybe talk about the giveaway while I'm doing this then. So if you want to be entered into the giveaway, I'm going to give away one of the rub-on transfers. And to win, I'll pick someone who posts a card using any Arden product. So any of the Arden collections. It doesn't have to be this one. If you've got a card from any older Arden collections, that will work as well. Okay, I've got my flower there. Could put that there. And I have a corner framed pink piece. I might actually, I'm going to use that. Let's do, if I can peel, come on. There we go. But there is this green one that might look better. No, I'm going to do this right here. Rub, rub, rub. Okay, I've got 10 minutes. I've got to make sure I get this one done at least, and then I'll finish it all. And then I'm gonna have to take it with me to Las Vegas to show everybody. Perfect. So that could kind of frame it. I feel like it needs a bit more of framing. I think I'm going to frame it on a pink piece of paper. So I'm just going to, I just wanted to check if there's any other frames. Add this. Take the paper trimmer. I'm just creating a slight pink frame around the ring. I think that helps pop it a bit more. Then let's add some greenery. There is this little decorative element as well, which I could add there. That could go there. Not sure though. Let's pop out some, oh, I'm getting close in time. I've got to be quick. Pop out some of these leaves. I think I might prefer these. That. These are so intricate. You've got to be very delicate. Oh, I do really like this butterfly. I'm going to pop that out too. Same with this. Just popping out lots of pieces that I think I might use. Okay. Let's just add these around now. So I'm going to need some space here so I can add these decorative pieces. Might have them kind of go in different directions like so, like some are facing up and some are facing down. Do a bit of green. I've got some more green here. That. Okay, and then we'll just see what it's looking like. Lots of greenery. I think I want to add even more. So I've got one more piece that I've already popped out. And then I've got this greenery, which I'll add up here. I'm just basically adding greenery all around. It's kind of like doing a bit of a circle in a way. Okay, that is not going to work there. I could do just a little tiny bit. And then I might add this one in the bottom. All right, that is lots of greenery. Definitely probably too much, but that's okay. I am going to have to end up cutting some off, I think. So at the bottom here, I'm just going to take my scissors and give it a snip. And needs a bit more of a snip. Okay. I think I'm just going to go with it and add that. Look at all that greenery on the back. All right, got about 4 minutes, so I've got to quickly glue this down, add some butterflies. Can't really see the flower now that I added in the corner earlier, but whatever. Butterfly. I don't actually know if it needs a butterfly. Needs life is an adventure. For best time with you. This is happy. I think this is happy is a good one. Okay, I am going to add the butterfly. I definitely think I need it there. And then I might also add this down here so we can kind of write the date that he proposed. All right, there is the middle piece. And then just a reminder, we did this piece here, and then the front cover. All right, so that is all I have time for today. I am going to quickly finish this, and then maybe I'll show it off on next. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to show it. So for you, I showed it already last week because I have a Friday live coming up this Friday. So I'm pre-recording it on a Thursday. I go live tomorrow, and then you guys see this video that I'm recording the week later. So if you want to see it done, go to the week prior and watch it. Also, I want to just remind everybody that Facebook is deleting lives after a few days or a few weeks actually. So if you want to catch up on any old lives you may have missed, go to YouTube. All of them are available on YouTube. All right, don't forget, put a Arden card or project, doesn't have to be a card, in our Crafting with Ecstasy Facebook group, and you will be entered to win. All right, well, I will see you guys when I'm all back from Vegas. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, everybody, and I will see you guys back next week for an actual live. Bye, everybody.